Hello, everyone, and welcome to the December Astrology Outlook from Red String Readings. I'm Liz, and I have got my Chakra Wisdom Oracle and everything all ready to go. So let's just get right into our readings. Okay, Aries. So it looks like December is going to be an interesting month for you. There's going to be a lot of growth, both, I think, personally and outwardly, in business or school. You're really going to start to spread your wings in a way because you're going to learn to balance facts with faith and with your gut instinct. You should definitely trust your gut instinct. Faith is really important to you this month, and it's going to be really important to what you do. And with that expansion, you're really going to be able to take advantage of this opportunity to grow so long as you take everything as it is. Yes, sometimes you have to take things on faith. Sometimes you have to really examine the facts. So try to be, even handed. Try to be impartial even when it's not convenient. And it will really pay off for you this month, I think. Okay, Taurus. So, Taurus, December is going to be an interesting time. It looks like you've really been working towards something. You're really starting to gain an understanding of it. But you're also probably losing your patience with the slow pace. The thing is that growth takes time. So you need to learn to just sort of let things happen as they will, and that will actually bring you to a greater sense of understanding on how things work, how you work, how, where your place is in the whole scheme of your project, your endeavor. So you've got this growth and it is happening. It might seem slow to you right now, but it is, and it just embrace the natural pace of things, and it will really bring you a better sense of understanding. Okay, Gemini. So it looks like we're going to have a little difficult month. I mean, we got the trickery card right here. So one thing that's important, Gemini, is that while we might sometimes be a little more on our sleeve with emotions and intentions because we're moving in too many directions at once to wear or need masks, it might seem, not everyone is the same. So you need to examine the motives of people that you're dealing with, and you need to just really be consistent about it. You need to really persevere with what you want to do and not let the deceit of others bring you down. It What you're going to come to is really going to be worthwhile. I mean, we've got this discovery card right here for December, and I think it's going to really show us something interesting, and maybe it will really bring us to an aspect of ourselves that we haven't seen before or that we haven't really fully explored. But thanks to actually sticking with it, with the perseverance card, not in our nature, I know, but thanks to sticking with it, we'll really have an opportunity at that discovery. Just don't let the uh, expletive I probably shouldn't put in the YouTube video get you down. Okay, Cancer. So this month, my advice to you would be to be gentle with yourself. It's okay to want something for you. It's okay to really look for something that will make you happy. I mean, we have the soulmate card, and it's not just a relationship card. I talked about that in a previous video. The soulmate card is finding that which completes you, and it's what you've really been missing. And so it is a very important card, and it's a very personal card, but you shouldn't feel that guilt for wanting it. You should want to be happy. You should want to be completed in however works best for you. And so that's why I'm going to say that you need to be gentle with yourself. You need to forgive yourself for being human. You need to forgive yourself for having needs and for taking the time to take care of yourself. Self-care is so important, Cancer. Please just take some time and do what you need to really keep functioning as wonderfully as you always do, or even better. All right, Leo. Well, Leo, it seems to me that you did not have a very good November in a lot of ways. And you need to take the time to get over that. I mean, you got recovery right there. And recovery is just finding your center again. It's really just getting over anything that which has really upset your natural state of being. And it's sometimes it's slow, and sometimes it's all at once. It's every person is individual, and I know you just want everything to get back to the way that it was, and just forget whatever it is that was really crappy that happened to you in November. I know you're impatient to get over that and get back, but you really need to stop and take the time to listen to your heart and do things at the pace that you need. Don't lose sight of that and of the fact that it might take you a little bit longer than some other people, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay, Virgo. So here's the thing. You really have been identifying your sense of self-worth with your worth to others, with your service to others and how you can help people and how you can work with them. And they're right side by side. We have self-worth and service right there, but at the same time, you can't constantly relate who you are to others and what you can do for others, because eventually you have to take back also. You can't constantly give, otherwise you'll run empty, and then you'll just be a victim of your own desire to help. So, take some time and really determine when helping is detrimental to you. So this month also, because it is going to be the holidays and everybody's going to want a little bit of something here and there, and it can get rough on everybody. But, maybe as a thought, turn some of your service oriented personality to yourself and see what you can do for you. Because if everyone else is worth it, so are you. Okay, Libra. So it looks like you're going to be having a bit of a rough month, spiritually speaking. Uh, you're going to have a feel. You're going to feel like there isn't anybody listening at times. And while I can't tell you either way, that's going to be individual to you and your own personal spiritual practice. Uh, just understand that if you can embrace that sensation, there can be a sense of freedom, because you and you alone, you're the one who's responsible for how your life will go. And while prayer and magic, if you're so inclined, or even just meditation, while those things will help you and they will help you attain a sense of control over your life and your spiritual practice, you are the one who's exerting that control. You are the one who, yes, you're going out and you're seeking assistance if that's what you do, but you're the one who's in control of your own destiny. So, yes, rejection, no one likes it, and it's painful and it's awkward, and that sting, it lingers. That's true. But afterwards, it's like a weight's been lifted. I mean, you have that release right there, because now the world is wide open. Now, where you were focused on this one particular connection, you can now set your sights outward or inward. Really, I mean, I'm looking at this from a spiritual point of view because you do have the mysticism right there. So really, find a way to just sort of let go of your expectations and see how you can ride out the end of this year. Because once you have that release, you'll be able to find, I'm gonna say fairly confidently, you're gonna find something that's a lot better. Okay, Scorpio. So it looks like the letter of the month of December for you is P. We have perception, perfection, and perseverance. And really, I mean, perception is, I always say to people that reality is 75% perception, because it's how you see things, how I see things, how the people involved in any given situation see things, how they perceive things. Our own perception is what dictates the reality around us. So if you're striving for perfection, I mean, you really need to also look at what your definition of perfection is. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a detrimental thing. But remember that you're the one who's created this definition of perfection for yourself. Now, you've been working really hard at it. I definitely see that. And I mean, perseverance always pays off. I mean, so you will achieve a lot of what you've been working for recently. But just, remember that every time you reach a goal, a new one appears, because you're perceiving just this one right now, this perfect ending. So it doesn't mean things are going to be over and done with necessarily, but it'll be the next chapter in your book. All right, Sagittarius. Looks like you're going to be having a rough month. It's going to seem like things are fading. The good stuff. Maybe the holidays are losing a little bit of their shine from previous years. I mean, because you got dissipating, joy and gratitude. And joy and gratitude, a lot of it really does tie into this holiday season. Uh, and then the dissipating, well, that's just sort of where things just sort of peter off. So, yeah, maybe it's not got that same golden glow as the Christmases or winter holidays of times past may have for you. But that's just because you're changing and your world is changing, and also your priorities. So while it might not be how it once was, that means that it's going to become something else. Okay, Capricorn. So let's talk about taking care of yourself versus taking care of others. You've got vanity and service here, and those are normally what you could say would be two totally opposed cards. I mean, vanity really definitely is making yourself the center, the most important one, and sometimes it's a good thing. I mean, you got to take care of yourself, but service is also taking care of others. It's selfless acts, and that in and of itself is so very rewarding spiritually and emotionally. So I mean, they're both very good things, and they both can be turned on their head and become negative things if done in excess. So I'm saying December, really, you're going to want to find a good balance of that. You have it with this abundance card. You've got more than enough to be able to take care of yourself and take care of others. It's not an either or proposition here. You really have this wellspring this month. And when it comes to the holidays, that kind of gift is completely beyond measure. Okay, Aquarius. So these are some interesting cards right here. You've got Destiny, Victim, and Perception. You know, you can be the kind of person who things happen to. You can be a victim of circumstance, a victim of the whims of fate, or you can turn that perception on its head, and you can really be the kind of person who happens to fate. You make your own fate happen because of your actions and of your own decisions. You take control. And either way, I mean, this month you can really have a better understanding of what happens to you and around you. Is it just something that you're allowing passively to happen, or is it something that you're going out and embracing? Maybe it's not a good thing. Maybe it's rough. Maybe it's a difficult time. But if that's the case, it's still important to really examine how these things came about and how active of a participant you are in your own life. Okay, Pisces. So you need to relax this month, just a little bit. And the reason why I'm saying that, I mean, you've got workaholic, and if you, yes, there's something that you do that you're very good at, and that in and of itself, just the act of working at it, it's so rewarding for you that you tend to just sort of keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. You take on more and more projects. But the thing is that if you spend so much time working, you're going to isolate yourself. I mean, to coin a phrase, all work and no play makes Pisces a very, very dull boy. So you need to really examine how you're spending your time, because it's also going to be bringing you to grief if you allow your workaholic tendencies to continue to isolate you. Keep an eye out in December. I mean, this is the time of holidays and of connecting with family and friends. So don't waste this opportunity. You could really achieve wonderful things if you take on a work partner, somebody to really help share the load. Okay, everybody, that wraps up the December 2015 astrology outlook from Red String Readings. And again, I am Liz. I want to thank you for watching. And as you can probably tell from my voice, I'm a little bit sick, a little stuffed up, but that wouldn't keep me from bringing you guys your monthly video. And if you like what you see, check out my channel. I've got a couple of other videos, maybe even subscribe. If you have some suggestions for tarot or oracle card related videos, please leave them down in the suggestion box, in the comment box down below. I love hearing from people. Check me out on my blog on Tumblr, again, link below, or even come visit my store and you can get a reading. I do readings with the Chakra Oracle cards. I also do them with a number of other cards too. So please come and see, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.